Diabetes is a chronic medical condition characterized by elevated blood sugar levels resulting from the body's inability to produce or effectively use insulin.
Diabetes is a disease. I went for a checkup where the doctor asked me if I knew what diabetes was. I answered no.
We need to investigate you to confirm that you are diabetic before you know it and go out there and then have it at the back of your mind that, I've developed diabetes.
On the boundaries of the Great Okra region of Ghana, nestled within the village of Oboom, we meet Zalia, a resilient soul navigating the rhythms of life with diabetes. As we journey through the vibrant landscapes and tight-knit community, Zalia's story unfolds, echoing the universal challenges of living with this condition in the heart of West Africa.
It all started when I started feeling sick and uncomfortable. I then visited the doctor, where the doctor asked me if I knew what diabetes was, and he made me run some labs. He asked me if there is any history of diabetes in my family. I told him my auntie suffered from diabetes when we were young, then told me at that moment I have diabetes.
Alright, so diabetes is basically an endocrine condition whereby a hormone called insulin, which is responsible for carrying blood sugar to the various cells and tissues, are not produced at all, or is produced but has lost its effectiveness. So sugar is not sent to the cells and tissues, and it's just in the bloodstream. And usually when that happens, right, the person starts to experience, one symptom or the other, which I will touch on later.
In the midst of Oboom, where the community pulses with life, Zaliatu Salifu faces a unique challenge. Here in this small village, the medical facility, though earnestly serving its purpose, offers little solace for Zaliatu and others wrestling with diabetes. With limited resources, the journey of managing this condition becomes an intricate dance between determination and the stark realities of rural healthcare. Yet, Zaliatu's spirit remains unyielding, echoing the resilience of those navigating the delicate balance between tradition and modern health needs in this close-knit West African community.
I have been taking my medications that my doctor prescribed for the diabetes, but to no avail. I have lived with diabetes for the past 15 years, but there has been no improvement. It rather keeps getting worse by the day. Anytime I take in water, I urinate a lot. My urine usually contains a lot of sugar that attracts ants. My sister's late husband really used to help me with traditional medications for diabetes. That was until he died because of a short illness, leaving me with no help when it comes to traditional medication. I really cry myself out because I was told diabetes has no cure. It will definitely take me to my grave. My last-born has also lived with diabetes for the past 5 years. He is just 23 years old.
Zaliatu Salifu, in her battle against diabetes, her family and friends, like silent guardians, extend helping hands, offering emotional comfort during challenging moments. These acts of love and understanding form an invisible shield demonstrating the power of unity within the community.
Zalia is my friend, but we usually call her Mame. She used to be a thick lady, but her weight drastically reduced due to her diabetes. We all did not understand that she was ill until we were informed that it was diabetes. She used to sell traditional drinks with grilled tilapia, but she halted her business due to her diabetes. Thanks be to God that we see improvement whenever she visits the hospital. However, I don't think she has the strength to work ever again.
As we broaden our lenses, Her Excellency Elizabeth Esidenyo, chairperson for the International Diabetes Federation Africa region, sheds light on a critical issue in the often overlooked corners of our world where poverty intertwines with health challenges. Individuals like Zaliatu face an uphill battle against diabetes, emphasizing that no one, regardless of their location or economic status, should be left behind in the global fight against diabetes.
We are saying enough is enough. Must wake up. We are tired of policies, big meetings, big paper announcements, big press conferences talking about non-communicable diseases as a whole. We need action oriented. We need to get to the village. What is the use of bringing in diabetes medication, making the policies when the poor patient cannot buy?
Diabetes has really affected my financial status. I don't have the strength to work anymore, and I'm really struggling to survive like any regular human does as a result of the diabetes.
What is the use of pitching a facility, saying it's an excellence center, when the poor patient gets here cannot pay for laboratory fees? What are we doing? So this year's theme we chose was access to diabetes care. Not that we are not having the access, but we want the common patients by the roadside and Tiakosia. My next door neighbor sells peanuts or granuts. It's a type 2 diabetic, has a grandchild with type 1 diabetes. How much will she make out of that granule to be able to pay 400 to 500 cedis a month on proper diabetes care? So it looks like we're playing with the condition as a nation.
In the tapestry of African beliefs and traditions, diabetes can be seen through a lens that extends beyond the medical. In some communities, there exists a belief that diabetes is not merely a physical ailment, but a spiritual challenge. This perception weaves a complex narrative intertwining the realms of healthcare and spirituality.
I never attributed my illness to any form of spiritual attack. I believe it's a normal and physical illness. I was never taught that it was spiritual.
Oh, just yesterday, a lady told me a gentleman died. I said, what happened to him? Well, see, you got diabetes, so the spiritual one. Then they added it. Then I said, which one is my own? Then he said, what kind of question is that? I say, I wanted to know if my own was the spiritual diabetes or the normal diabetes.
I used to believe that diabetes was a spiritual condition. A very good friend of mine suffered from diabetes. Unfortunately, her leg got amputated, so I presumed it was spiritual. But we were educated by the clinic that it is not spiritual, but genetic.
And one of them is considered that it's a spiritual disease. When it comes to the faith circles, right, the scriptures talk about a lot of things, sicknesses and diseases, which we've studied and read into, and we've science has proven it, true and all that. That notwithstanding, you and I know that it's not everybody who is a Christian. It's not everybody who has matured to walk by faith and be able to claim some of these healing practices and all that. So God in his own wisdom has also blessed us with wisdom and knowledge to be able to tackle and treat some of these diseases that people come with.
So the myths on the African continent is a rich people's disease, it's a evil disease, it's infectious. It all comes back to what we've said already: education, education, education. If you teach the child the causes, they would go home and tell mommy that, oh, it's as a result of lack of exercise, it's as a result of not eating right. And then we don't have to look at diabetes as a myth.
I felt very sad because I never expected to suffer from diabetes. It really made me sorrowful. I was not able to get close to my friends and family. My elder sister always checked up on me. I tell her I prefer to stay indoors. If diabetes is destined to take me to my grave, I really prefer death than have my family and friends suffer as a result of my illness.